There he is.
What's going on, dude? Good to
Uh,
see you.
See you. How you doing?
Dude, fantastic. I mean, just great. Happy to be a Bitcoiner, dude. I mean, we're at 111, 236 right now. So we got a little bounce today. It's
Yeah, it feels like it's like every other day is like you're down 3%, and then you're up 3%, and it all kind of evens out in the wash, I guess, over time. But yeah, I don't know. It's there's some interesting things in the headlines as of late. I'm not sure how much they factor into the price of Bitcoin. I mean, there's always these
what do
tariffs.
you got? Yeah, hit
Oh,
me with it. What do you got?
well, not that it would impact price or anything, but Trump pardons Binance founder CZ, which is what the
Thank you for donating and purchasing World Liberty Fi. I mean, he bought Trump coin or something. He bought World Liberty
oh,
Fi coins,
absolutely.
you
Yep,
know.
absolutely, man. And then you see some other, Tucker Carlson comes out and he's like, oh, the CIA invented Bitcoin. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it just shows that Tucker really hasn't done the work. I mean, he's
Listen, I
displaying his,
like Tucker. No one bats a
yeah,
thousand, you know.
yeah, it's fine. I think we've said this before. I've said this before. Like, don't let anyone lie to you about Bitcoin. If
Yeah,
you're gonna let Tucker do it, shame on you.
yeah. Listen, Tucker's like, well, I don't own a cell phone or a computer. I've never have ever even been on the internet actually, and I'm sorry, it just feels better. I don't know. And to see
You got to do the Tucker laugh.
the Tucker laugh, and but I mean, listen, how would a guy that doesn't he's a Luddite, and that's fine. Okay, like you don't need to want to touch technology, but that just instantly invalidates any of your opinion of Bitcoin because you can't validate the code yourself, right? You can't look at it and and actually do your due diligence to say, oh, actually, I got this wrong because you're not willing to do any of that. So he'll just live in his little bubble. I think it's funny considering Tucker is likely a spook in some way, shape, or
His
form.
dad was a spook.
His dad was a spook, and it's
Yeah,
like Tucker formerly could have been a spook, but it's like the whole thing is once you're in the CIA, you don't have former CIA agents. You're always kind of in that world. And he could be like doing maybe, trying to do some like meaningful good work as a spook. I'm not sure. But I do think it's rich. I think it's rich that his connections with the CIA. Uh,
hmm
and it's almost like what would a CIA agent tell you
right.
if Bitcoin was actually like unfuckable and they didn't want you to use it? They'd say the CIA controlled it, right?
Yeah. And the other thing is Tucker's rich. Like he doesn't need Bitcoin. He's got millions of dollars, And
Yeah.
at the time that he does buy Bitcoin, he'll probably take a majority of his wealth and be able to purchase one Bitcoin or two Bitcoin or something because that's how long he'll wait. And there's emails going back to the very beginning when I think it was Gavin Andresen who said, I'm going to do a presentation at the CIA because they want to hear about what we're working on. And Satoshi was like, hey guys, I'm gonna peace out.
I'm out. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll see you. And I think it stems from, the NSA creating the SHA-256 algorithm, but that's just one component of Bitcoin.
I'm
And
sorry. Yeah.
Bitcoin's open source. And if they did release it to the wild, they're far beyond the point of being able to control it. So it's a shame for anybody that listens to Tucker, takes everything he says seriously, and then ignores Bitcoin. You know, like
Yeah.
that. I feel bad for, the normie, the pleb, the Fox News person, the right-wing MAGA person who's like, you know, uh, Tucker didn't endorse it, so I can't get behind it. It's like, dude, do your own thinking, you know?
That's why it's irresponsible for Tucker at the same time. But, listen, it's like the whole NSA argument. People that say that, it's like they've never done any research into the technology that they're currently using that the NSA has been responsible using Wi-Fi, buddy. Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I
Using the internet,
I
use
won't use Bitcoin, but I will use
using
my iPhone.
Bluetooth, using
Right.
SMS text messages, like using
Totally.
like it's like it's a limitless list. And I mean a lot of I mean that the things that eventually get released to the public are developed like at this, like at the state level. But the difference is like, you can actually verify, and that's the whole point of Bitcoin. And yeah,
Yeah,
it's frustrating seeing like idiots get caught up in this. They're like, what other reason could you explain? All these institutions buying something that was created by no one even knows who it was out of thin air. And now
right,
they're buying millions and millions of dollars of it. And it's like, well, that's like a retarded way to look at it because like you clearly don't even understand the game theory behind Bitcoin. Like if you could
right.
answer your own questions if you spent like, I don't know, 10 hours maybe listening to a couple different podcasts and you could probably
Sure.
understand from a cursory level, like directionally, okay, I kind of get it. But they
Yeah.
don't want to do that. They want to live in their own little paradigm.
Who invented the wheel? Who invented the
Right.
automobile engine? Who
Right.
invented email? Who was the first person to start fire? Who invented concrete?
Yeah.
Right? Like who was the first guy that said, "Hey, let's melt down this iron ore and make steel?" Like it doesn't matter who created it.
Yeah,
It's
bro.
useful, it's open, anybody can, and it's math at the end of the day, it's math.
Right.
So, like I guess it's good for us if Tucker helps, less people purchase because we get to stack the sats that they are letting go, that they're not stacking.
Well, that's why I don't ride bicycles because I look at that and I'm like,
Who invented
who even
handlebars?
invented the wheel? Okay. Who invented the handlebars? What about that chain? Like what? I don't know, man. Unless we can go back and look at who invented each one of these things, I'm not interested in getting on that bike. I'll
That's
walk.
smart, dude.
But then I
That's
look at
smart.
it, I look over at the sidewalk and I'm like, shit. Who thought of concrete? Who invented that? I don't know if I can trust that. I don't know if I could. Am I going to sink down into this, in this sidewalk? I don't know. So I just isolate myself and I don't do anything really.
Yeah. I think Fred Flintstone is somehow part of the concrete genesis.
That's a
Not
conspiracy.
100%
Yeah,
though.
that's what they say. I'm still looking into that one. I've got a stack of books about the Flintstone dynasty and their monopoly on concrete and I mean it gets like pretty dark stuff and I think eventually we'll see maybe one of us will get on the Tucker Carlson podcast and talk about that. Really open the world's eyes to the Flintstone dynasty.
Yeah, the cheetah print attire was a breakthrough for them.
What was cool was you could just put your feet right below where the car was and start running. That's how you got going, right? That's really efficient.
Yeah, yeah. Not quite autonomous, but yeah, human powered. I don't know. There's a certain
Imagine
elegance
the,
to it.
imagine the calf strength you'd get from that.
Mad gains just with the daily commute.
Dude, I don't know if you hear the background, but we've got some laundry going. Okay.
No, I can't
Okay,
hear
that's good.
anything.
It's only bothering me, at
What
least.
else you got? What else is top of mind besides Tucker? I saw the Fed is gonna print $1.5 trillion during the next 6 weeks.
The
And they
yeah,
have to. They have to do it. They got to print that much money, and I'll pull up the post here, and I'll tell you the reason. So the Federal Reserve is going to print 1.5 trillion, and it's not a choice. The bank reserves are down 9.71% of GDP, so the Fed's own safety net is 10 to 11%. They have to act, or the system breaks, according to these anons that I found on X. So, the money printer is doing push-ups in the parking lot. It's getting ready.
yeah, man. When you look at that, I mean, this is where the real signal is. It's the money printer that's going to go burr. And then the other major headline and huge milestone is that the US national debt just surpassed 38 trillion.
We did it. We did it, everybody.
Yeah, we did it, guys.
Totally broke.
That's
I
what it's
mean,
all about.
even if we go to 40, 42, 50 trillion, like it doesn't even matter. The point is like it's not stopping. And there's nothing we can do to stop it. And Congress, they probably look at our debt in a good way. They're like, this is wealth, debt is wealth. That's how messed up the system is.
Yeah, this whole warped Keynesian system that we're living in. I look at this and I'm like, oh, brother, maybe I stop paying my taxes. I don't know. Maybe I just forget any of the debt that, I could always just print more and,
Yeah.
but just build it up, But in a way, in a way, the thank God for Bitcoin because I can that's me printing money.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, getting Bitcoin at this stage is like essential. Like, we're lulled into this sort of sleep where we think that Bitcoin's always going to be available at this price because it's been like, it's kind of a painful year. It's been tough if you're stacking sats because it's been 100K or more, except for like that one blip in April. And it's tough because if you did buy Bitcoin, you're just, you haven't gotten the gains that the class of 2017, 2013, some of those other notable years, like, you know, so you're kind of, I feel like we're just sort of in this little treadmill of sorts, like trying to get as much Bitcoin, but no matter how much I get, it's not quite as much as it was a couple of years ago.
Mhm.
So, man, I want something to happen. I want it to dip so I can buy more, or I just want it to moon so I can, you know, go find a farm somewhere and raise some cows.
I want to see it dip. Um,
Yeah.
because I want to see, this is the only reason. I want to see how finance guy handles that. The finance guy that's a Bitcoiner
A
now.
little cartoon guy.
I actually want to see what he looks like. If he looks as, dude, okay, so now he's kind of a Bitcoiner. And let's just remember what his profile picture looks like right now, just as like dweeb with the glasses
Wait, and the sweater vest. You're
and the
saying that
sweater.
he's a Bitcoiner now?
Yeah, he came out now. He's like really into Bitcoin. He won't stop
Oh,
thinking about it. He said, I was
oh
young.
goodness.
I checked my
Top
ego at the door. I'm like, we're topping right now.
top signal.
He's like,
We're gone.
I bought the
We're
dip.
dumping.
I bought the dip at like 110. I'm like, bro, you have
Oh,
no idea.
thank you. Thank you. Now we can go back to 64 and
Yeah,
and
but
he can cry and go back to being a hater.
yeah, I did like a welcome to the party, pal, and
Nice.
you have no idea what's gonna happen. So it's feeling that kind of feels toppy. It kind of feels a little bit toppy to me. You get finance guy all of a sudden saying he bought the dip when we went from like 120 to 110. I'm like, that is not a dip, dude.
Dude, I muted him. I have to unmute him.
Unmute him, go take a look at what he's saying. I think I have a couple theories. One is that he's actually being sincere. I think that put that at maybe lower probability.
Mm,
The other probability is that he was such an effective troll for the Bitcoiners that he just got to the end of the road and how much he could
yeah,
engagement farm. So then he switched over because he realized there's so many Bitcoiners. I can just be a Bitcoin bull and make a lot more money on Twitter. But if he is sincere, we must remember what his profile picture looks like now, which is the dweeb with the vest and the glasses. Because in 2 years, 3 years, when he puts his face out there, you're gonna see a guy that is yeah, that's gone through the Bitcoin rabbit hole. And now he's a carnivore lifting weights,
that
maybe
would be
some MMA or something.
that would be pretty epic. Yeah, I mean, if he puts laser eyes on, I think all is forgiven.
Laser
But yeah,
that's
I
the
mean,
first step,
he
that's the
said today buy 500 a month in Bitcoin and become a millionaire. I mean, that I don't disagree with that. I don't know what his time frame is, but um I don't know, man. I feel like when people come back into the fold, we should probably give them a chance.
I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you. I've been thinking about because I've seen some of his posts and they've all been like that, you know. And I've been looking at a lot of Samson Mao posts as well. And
Yeah,
I
he's a
like
legend.
my new thing is every day I'm gonna have a different price prediction, like
Oh, nice.
10 million by 2030, and then tomorrow I'll say 12 million by 2029. And I just keep putting
Oh,
different price predictions that are very high uh,
okay.
just to get the people excited, and to get more followers because just the pleb flop. We want
That
to
would
put out the more.
that would be that would be pleb slop. I think the hardest posts is when somebody who I know is like in the industry and they're a serious person and they post a chart and it's going to be like 230 by 2034. And
Right.
I'm like, 230K by 2034, like in 9 years? Like you're killing me, Smalls. Like, I don't want to read that. I disagree with it, and I also don't want to read it. To me, that's the pleb slop.
Yeah.
I would much rather take ridiculous hopium.
Pleb slop comes in a few different, it's served in a few different ways. You can get pleb
Yeah.
slop anywhere you look on this website. I've been I've been kind of just quiet a little bit lately, you know?
Yeah, you haven't posted the music videos. Do you get too many copyright notices?
No, man, I'm just traveling.
Oh, all
You
right.
know, like not as much like downtime. It's mostly like doing a lot of dinners at night, catching up with friends and stuff, and
Cool.
drinking, drinking a lot of beer and whatever I can get in my system. And yeah, I get and then just zonk out, and then that's
That
it. That's that. But I
sounds good, actually.
I love posting the music videos. I mean, I always go down like it's kind of like how I unwind a little bit, you know?
Yeah, yeah, that's good. So what do you think? Should we buy Bitcoin at 111, 122? It dipped $200. Not that it's gonna make a difference.
Let's do it.
All right. I'm gonna do $21. Dude, I sold a bird flip hat, I think. Someone purchased a hat, paid in Bitcoin, but they didn't. I emailed them because they put in their email address when they made the order, but I don't know if it's the same person. I don't know. Like I just had a payment for the hat hit my wallet, and
Bought it.
nobody. It's like, dude, who's sending me Bitcoin? I don't know. There
Not
it
me.
is.
I don't know. You can rule me out. I didn't buy anything, but I should. I should buy some bird flip swag. I didn't
I
pay
got some
for bird
hoodies,
flip
dude. I
swag
sold a
for the trip.
sweatshirt yesterday.
Oh,
Sorry, go ahead.
sick.
Yeah.
Nice,
Got
man.
some fall attire, hoodies, zip ups. Yeah.
Gotta
Anyway,
tell you, dude, I am loving the fall weather in comparison to Hawaii. It's just, I don't know, man. There's
the seasons are good.
something about the seasons and about feeling that like brisk air that really just makes me feel like I want to be back here. You got to be hearing this now. Do you hear this?
No, dude, I hear nothing.
That's crazy.
No, it's all filtered technology. So yeah, fall. So it gets cold too, though. Fall is great and spring is cool,
Yeah.
but do you like winter? Is that something that you're willing to take on?
Well, I mean, like, what's winter like in Tennessee? It's pretty temperate, right? Like
Yeah, it's somewhat mild. Yeah, it's mild.
40s,
You
like maybe 30s here and there. Maybe get a snow, like a 1 inch,
maybe
a couple inches of snow.
yeah.
I mean, for my wife, it would be hard.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
but for me, coming from, where I'm originally from, like I don't know, it's kind of nothing. I would kind of welcome that just at least for a season of our life. We'll see if we like it. But yeah, now I'm in North Carolina somewhere. I don't know if I exactly want to share where I'm at.
No, no,
Yeah, but
keep it close to
I'm
the
in North
vest.
Carolina somewhere visiting some really good friends of ours that moved here 5 or 6 years ago.
Cool.
Um, and they love it, dude. They were from Hawaii as well. They lived there for a very long time, and they've got four kids. And they moved here, and they were just like, we absolutely love it. Which
You're
is
getting the sales pitch.
Yeah, I know they want us to move here super bad.
I mean, that's not a bad place to be, though. North Carolina, you've got the mountains and the ocean is what, like four hours away, depending on where you are. So it's doable in a day. You can get down to the beach.
Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah. Yeah, we took a drive from Tennessee to North Carolina. It ended up being like maybe 8 hours, but really
Oh,
beautiful, like through the mountains and everything.
oh
And
yeah.
I was dude, I had about a gallon of coffee and like
Oh,
I didn't
nice.
even know how much nicotine, but it was like I had to. It was just like like mainlining nicotine to my system and caffeine.
I mean, that's kind of like me every day, like ripping Zins constantly. I can't get knickknacks where I live, and I message them, and I'm like, I can't even buy the ones that aren't flavored. Like they have an unflavored, and so I got to drive. I got to drive out of the state to go get them. So
Are you
I would
serious?
say,
You can't order knickknacks to your house?
No, dude. No, I have to drive somewhere else. I could get them in Nashville. Um,
Weird.
but yeah, so check out your nicotine situation because it's important. Once you're hooked, like, dude,
Yeah.
it's there's nothing better than having a Zin and a cup of coffee in the morning.
Dude, I'll tell you what, man. I'm a knick-knack guy. I'm pretty much a knick-knack maxi, but I've been doing the Zins.
That's
And
what I'm doing.
I've been
Yeah,
doing the Zins because it just kind of hits a little harder. And I like
so
the
good.
knick-knack because it's a bit more subtle and it's like,
Yeah,
like
there's nothing to throw away.
there's nothing to throw away, but like the Zen, I'm like, I feel like I just need a slap in the face, and that's why I get it with the Zen. But I only really do it when I'm traveling, like I'll get back to Hawaii and I'll be like, I'll be done with nicotine, for a little while, and just kind of
Really?
comes in waves. Yeah, I don't know. I don't
How
like,
do you do that? You're
I don't
not
get,
hooked then.
I don't get addicted to it. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm getting addicted now. I'm not sure. We'll see when we go back this time. But like,
Give it 10 days.
you know how much like nicotine I did at the Bitcoin conference, all those knickknacks, it was like constantly. And then I get home and I'm like, I'm done. I don't even crave it.
Yeah, the key is don't have them late at night because it'll interrupt your sleep.
There
So
you
like have dinner and then your last knickknack or whatever, Zen, and then you're good.
go.
And then wait 12
Post
hours.
dinner nicotine is ideal.
What is? Oh yeah, you got to have it. The other thing is I saw Knickknack yesterday posted that they were considering accepting Bitcoin.
I was in their DMs like right after the conference and I was telling them, and I connected them with the guys at Simply Bitcoin. And I was
Yeah, I
like, you
remember
need
that.
to be accepting Bitcoin and you need to be like sponsoring Bitcoin shows. I didn't pitch them the Stack show yet, but I'll get there. Uh, but yeah, I mean, it's like such an easy, like, obviously they should. Obviously.
Yeah, I pitched them to do a custom bird flip flavor.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and
Like
in their
packaging?
DMs, I was in their DMs, and they're like, "Yeah, you can make a couple posts for us." And I was like, "I want a custom bird flip flavor, bird flip packaging. You guys sell it, but like put my brand on it."
Yeah.
And I didn't hear back.
Yeah.
Calm down, calm down, dude. Which
Uh,
is fine. Hey, you got to shoot your shot, though.
you
You never
have
know.
to. Well, soon enough, they'll be reaching out to you, be like, yo, man, like, can we collab?
Yeah, they'd be a great sponsor, I think. And the other thing is, you see so many Bitcoin company or Bitcoin influencers, not that we are, but they'll sponsor brands that are also shitcoin companies. Like the big ones have like Casa, who's a
Yeah.
shitcoin company.
Yeah.
And with Knickknack, you wouldn't be compromising your values if you're a Bitcoiner. So that's key. Like you don't want to be you don't want to be accepting altcoin anything
Yep.
into your brand
Yeah, I think of like brands like Knick Knack and Sport Drink. They're just two
or
like
drink.
ideologically aligned brands. And those are
And they're
cool.
small,
And they're small so they can like move a bit quicker and be a little bit less corporate or no corporate, hopefully.
or they'd take your call where, you'd never hear from Gatorade, not that
Yeah,
you
well, fuck
necessarily want
Gatorade
to.
anyway. Fuck them.
But the point I'm making is like they're too big. They field these calls all day long. Like they're
Yeah.
not gonna.
Imagine pitching Gatorade, being like, hey, we got a small Bitcoin podcast. And we'd love to.
This is how you connect with the Zoomers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would never buy that.
Oh, what else, man? What else?
What else? Goodness, what else is top of mind? Trump's in Asia.
Is
That
he?
guy has like, way too much power over the Bitcoin price, over the
I
market. Dude, like anything he says, is just painful. Because we're just, we're at the whim. But yeah, man, national debt reaches all new time high, like we said. We're entering the fourth quarter, right? So, Bitcoin should probably make some pretty big moves. I mean, I'm expecting the price to go up. Maybe it won't. Maybe we'll just keep ranging for the rest of the year and everyone will get crushed into 1,000 pieces.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, UBS warned that recession probability is now at 93%. So,
93%.
yeah, so if we go into a recession, that hits the GDP and, they're going to be forced to print money just to deal with a recession. So, it's like things are not looking good, man. And not even for the gold bugs, you know? I mean, gold retraced after being up so much. And that's kind of the warning signal, but I just kind of wonder what's gold futures. It's at 4,100 bucks. I mean, it's still a lot for gold, but
Yeah.
um, not really seeing it run.
Yeah. I'm a GDP disrespecter. I think like
Nice.
human beings are not interchangeable economic units, and this whole, I mean that's the whole reason we've like flooded this country with like illegals and
Oh
immigration
yeah.
the way it is because they're treating people as interchangeable economic units, and they just see consumers, and it's disgusting. I feel like we need to get away from that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
And yeah, I mean, there's so many headwinds in the US. Goodness, no manufacturing. But
yeah.
maybe Bitcoin will, start to change that. Data centers, AI, which probably is a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, we got to make things again. We need more welders.
Hmm.
We're so dependent on China. And if they're not going to sell us their rare earths, I did see that we're going to do a deal with Australia for like 13 billion or something for rare earths. But,
Okay.
I don't know, dude. I'm just a regular pleb. What do I know?
Yeah, I mean, life's pretty simple if you just work hard and buy Bitcoin and take care of yourself. And, and that's about
Yeah,
it. What else can you do? We have no
nothing.
control over who buys the rare earth materials and where they buy it. And,
No,
get
dude.
caught up in not that, not in the rare earth discussion, but just other things every now and then. And every time I kind of take a step back, I'm like, does it really matter? Can we
It doesn't.
can we really make a difference with that type of shit? No, you just got to focus on what's right in front of you, closest around you.
I think that's well said. That's the best way to operate, you know? How can I improve myself? How can I get more Bitcoin and, weather the coming financial storm?
Yep.
Come out on the other side with Bitcoin.
Hmm. That's right, man.
I don't know. It is simple. And, make some memes along the way.
Yes, I gotta get back in the meme game. I've been on the road, been on the road.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe you can make some like Smoking the Bandit memes, or I sent you that Dukes of Hazzard meme, like something, tie
Something.
something to what you're going through, then it might resonate.
Yeah, for sure. I gotta think through some ideas, but that's good inspiration right there.
Yeah, man, you're on the road again. Just put on some Willie Nelson, you
And
know.
oh yeah, dude, I made a whole playlist, hundreds of songs. Willie
Oh
Nelson,
yeah?
there a lot.
Is he on there?
Uh-huh, of course.
Nice. What about you have any old school country like Waylon Jennings? That's one of my personal
Yeah,
favorites.
Waylon Jennings is on there. I don't know, I got some. I don't really know. Well, I've got. Dude, I'm blanking on the name.
All
Uh,
right, well, while
uh,
you're thinking about it, I'll give you the best recommendation that you're ever going to get.
okay.
I'm probably 99% sure you've never listened to them, but I'm also 99% sure that once you do, it will become your favorite band.
Towns Van Zant is what I was trying to think
Oh
of.
yeah, yeah, they're good.
Yeah. Where were you gonna go with? Okay, let's hear it.
Susto,
I'm gonna go in Spotify right now.
Susto.
We lived in
Dude,
the
it's perfect.
apartment downstairs when I
It is a
was
vibe.
upstairs
Driving with
too.
the windows down,
But I
I
listening
don't
to
like
wanna
I
go
Susto.
like
back
three
there,
songs.
and I'm
Oh,
sure
see,
I like
so
Ah
even
Works, Hard
oh,
You
that's
though it's true,
that's a good
you
one.
get
It's all
old
good, man.
and
That's
you
that's
get
your good driving
on.
music right there.
But friends or
I'll put in a clip
lovers,
right here. We'll get a
ex-lovers, or
copyright
whatever.
violation, but
I'm adding it to
You know
the
I'll
fall right
always care.
because we had a 10-hour drive on Sunday.
and this is up to Philly or that area,
Yeah, that around that area, Pennsylvania, somewhere.
Pennsylvania. Oh yeah, Amish country. That's where you're from. I forgot.
You know what, man? I'm gonna go say hi to some Amish people when I'm up in Pennsylvania because the older I get, the more I think, man, they got it right.
Oh, they did, dude. They didn't. They never took the jab. Me either.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, they never get sick. They never. Nothing bad happens to the Amish. They're
No,
just
no, man.
chilling.
They
And that's the last group that'll take digital ID. you know? Like, get out of here. You think we're going somewhere? We're staying in our wagons, dude. We're not flying anywhere.
Generally, I want people to come to this country and assimilate, but I am starting to feel like we should assimilate to the way the Amish are living
Yeah. Make America Amish.
right. Yeah.
Think about it, dude. We do barn raisins and we make rocking chairs and eat wild honey and, wear
They
overalls
build the
or
best stuff. They make the
they do.
best food. They've got a tight family unit. They're healthy. It's like they're clearly doing something right. And so I guess there's
Yeah.
something to the Luddite kind of but yeah, yeah, I mean we've just lost touch with this craftsmanship. You know. Anyway, so I'll say what's up to some Amish, maybe get some raw milk,
Yeah.
stuff
Oh,
like
do
that.
they do raw milk? Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's
Straight
good.
from the teat, you got a service, you can go in there, you ask them for the raw milk. Would you like it straight from the teat, or how would you? I
Sir,
mean,
that is a bull. Please get your hands off my
sir, that's
bull.
not a teat, that's a bullcock. Oh.
Still fresh. Very fresh. Goodness.
All right, man. I don't know. I got nothing else. You got anything?
No, man. Enjoy the trip. This is good.
Awesome, brother. All right, we'll see you.
All right, dude.
Peace.